It's time for the Royal Rumble, and clearly the men's Royal Rumble match is in the main event, but before that, CM Punk, the best in the world who's looking to win this match, confronts Paul Heyman in the backstage, and they have a short conversation, with Punk saying some important words. Long time no see, Paul. How are you doing? I'm doing great, thanks, but why did you come to me now? Because there's just a couple of hours left until the Royal Rumble match. Can't I visit my friend? Don't be scared of Roman Reigns, he can't do a single thing about this. Because we're gonna meet each other more often from now on. What do you mean? I mean, after all these years, the tribal chief can't prevent you from meeting your friend. Punk, listen, I don't know what you're planning to do. Whatever it is, I don't want to be a part of it. I only owe you a favor, and that's it. Exactly, Paul. You owe me a favor. And get ready for that. I'm ready, Punk. What I don't understand is what you exactly want. I have to get ready for the Rumble match. You can search a bit, use your own memories to go back to our time together, and you'll definitely understand what I want. And you're gonna understand that very soon. The men's Royal Rumble match is here, and Roman Reigns is trying to eliminate Seth Rollins by pushing him over the top rope, but here comes CM Punk, who launches Roman Reigns over the top, which leads to both men getting eliminated. From behind, Logan Paul arrives, but Punk manages to survive the elimination and nails him with a GTS. And as Logan Paul is down, he confronts the 16-time world champion, appearing on his last Royal Rumble match, John Cena. And as this face-to-face is taking place, main event Jey Uso, who is also in the match, is back on his feet. He goes after Cena, wants a super kick, but Cena dodges and nails him with a big right hand. Then he returns to CM Punk, and as the confrontation continues, Jey Uso crawls to the corner. Cena finally strikes first, but also CM Punk is fighting back against him. They're going back and forth until the point Punk wants the GTS, but Cena somehow manages to calm down off his shoulders and nails him with an attitude adjustment. So Punk is down, and Cena goes after Jey Uso, where Logan Paul wants to arrive from behind, but an on-time dodge by Cena sends him into Jey Uso, and now Cena wants to lift both men up for a double attitude adjustment, but somehow Jey Uso manages to come down while Logan Paul is sitting on Cena's shoulders, and he gets tossed out of the ring by an attitude adjustment. Logan Paul is eliminated, and Jey Uso wants to take down Cena, but counter after counter by these two men, until the point Jey finally manages to take down Cena with a yeet right hand. And he has now the chance to eliminate the 16-time world champion and crush his dreams of main eventing his last WrestleMania. But Cena somehow survives, and he returns to the ring. He launches Jey over the top rope, and he's trying to eliminate him. He struggles, but he finally manages to do that. He eliminates Jey, but CM Punk is also in the match as well. These two men are the final two, and Cena just got a knee from the best in the world, and it is followed up by another one, the go-to-sleep style, which puts Cena on the ropes, the exact same position CM Punk wants him to be, to eliminate him and win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. He crushed one dream to achieve his own. CM Punk will main event WrestleMania for the first time in his career, and as we move on to the next Monday Night Raw, CM Punk is there to address his future, and we'll be talking about which champion he wants to face. But before he could enter the ring, he gets stopped by Gunther in the Gorilla Room, and Gunther wants to say congratulations. Punk, congratulations. You pulled off a massive victory this past Saturday in Indianapolis, and you get to live the dream of main eventing WrestleMania. But there's something I believe you need to know. I'm the greatest world heavyweight champion this company could have, so that means I am the best in the world. But that's the title you use for yourself, right? That makes me uncomfortable that I am the best in the world, but you use that nickname? So please, choose me as your opponent at WrestleMania so I could prove to the world who is actually the best in the world. First of all, thanks for congratulations, and secondly, you can talk how much you want because I'm not the man you think I am, and I will not get affected by your words. No, get that out of your head. The other important thing you need to know is the fact that being the best in the world is not only winning a championship, but if you're that short-sighted that you think having a world title makes you the best in the world, I'll beat your or Cody's ass at WrestleMania to prove that. Hit my music. CM Punk arrives with a microphone in his hand. he made it clear that no talks, no threats is going to affect his choice. And when he enters the ring, firstly, he thanks the crowd, he thanks the fans, he thanks the WWE Universe that supported him all the time throughout all these years, chanted his name, wanted him back, and the dream of main eventing WrestleMania for the best in the world is coming to life. He also announces that he will announce who he will face at WrestleMania this Friday on SmackDown. So he wants Raw's champion Gunther to be there as well, but a man who is from SmackDown on Raw tonight is Paul Heyman. He's watching from the backstage that CM Punk is addressing his future, but the thing that is not announced yet is what actually CM Punk owed by Paul Heyman. So we move on to SmackDown, and Gunther is sitting between the crowd watching the main event of the show, which is the Undisputed Champion facing Solo Sikoa, where he successfully beats the leader of the Bloodline until the best in the world comes out. This is the moment that he will announce, he will choose who to face at WrestleMania, and we will figure out, is it going to be the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther or the Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes? Gunther joins them in the middle of the ring as well, and Punk starts talking. Gentlemen, thank you for your appearance here tonight, especially Gunther, who's here from Raw. I wanted you both here because I wanted to tell you my reasons, the different reasons I have to face either of you at WrestleMania. The fact is, the moment I wanted both of you here, I hadn't made my decision yet, but now I have. Both of you are great champions. Gunther, you're a dominant World Heavyweight Champion. Only very few people were able to beat you, and you've been champion most of your time in WWE. Cody Rhodes, you finished your story. You're the symbol of hard work. You made it to the top when you were pushed back down and you had to start from nothing. So, beating either of you at the grandest stage of them all would be an honor for me. But I have made my choice, and my choice is... Here comes the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns is back for the first time since the Royal Rumble, and the reason that he is here is going to be interesting, because the reason that he is here is not for Cody Rhodes, not for Gunther, but it is definitely for CM Punk. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm blind? I've seen what you've been trying to do, CM Punk. You talk to my wise man, you talk about the favor. Yes, that's true. He owes you a favor, but God, you better pray. You better pray the thing you want is not the thing I think you want. Because if it is, CM Punk, you're dead. Oh, you're now threatening me? This is hilarious. You're making a joke out of yourself, Roman Reigns. What are you gonna do, huh? I told him he should take a look back at our time together, and media posted some guesses. You read those and you're scared of those rumors? Let me tell you what favor is, so you wouldn't have to search through media to find the answer anymore. Your wise man will be my wise man at WrestleMania. He believed in me when no one else did, and he told me he'll be with me when I main event WrestleMania. And whether you like it or not, Roman Reigns, the time has come. Punk just revealed the favor, but Roman has had enough of it, and he delivers a right hand to Punk, which knocks out Cody as well. Cody rolls out, but Gunther has nothing to do with this. He leaves the ring for Roman Reigns to take control of it as he's demolishing CM Punk with rapid punches, elbows, as the Tribal Chief wants revenge because he thinks CM Punk is going to steal his wise man. And he ends this punishment with the rib-breaking spiel as usual, planting CM Punk down to the mat. But we can clearly see that Roman Reigns is not doing this for competition, for a simple rivalry, but this is pure bad blood. Roman Reigns is furious, and when he leaves the ring, he's still shouting in aggression. But he finally leaves the scene, and this is the scene where SmackDown goes off the air. But when we move to Raw, Roman Reigns is there as well. He wants to talk about all these shenanigans. And after the crowd acknowledged their Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns starts talking, and as expected, he calls out CM Punk. He says that he doesn't want to fight him this time, but he wants to talk to him man to man. But as he waits for CM Punk to come out, another man in Seth Rollins interrupts him. Roman Reigns, stop this thing, brother. I know you better than anyone else, and you're so obsessed with the power you think you still have when you have fear of losing it. Or it's better to say that you have fear of accepting the reality that you are not the head of the table anymore, that you don't have the power anymore. Now you want to tell me what to do, Seth? Why weren't you able to take care of CM Punk yourself, huh? Who talked about that huh? You see, Roman, when I talk about obsession, this is exactly what I mean. You don't want to lose your wise man because all these accomplishments are because of him. Without him, you're just a big dog walking around with no one paying attention to you barking. And because you don't want to go back to that weak Roman Reigns again, your everything has become about CM Punk. You want to get revenge on him, which I don't care. I came here to tell you, you should open your eyes. Stop this thing, Seth. Is this an educational how to hate CM Punk lesson? Look, you're talking about that again. Instead, let's talk about your wise man. Where even is he? I asked a couple of people in the back and they said he is sick. The fact is, I don't believe that. And I'm sure as hell you don't either. Maybe his talks with CM Punk is building up the most heartbreaking betrayal of the decade. That's none of your business, you idiot. Shut the hell up, Roman. Stop crying like a kid. Open your goddamn eyes. And after seeing what's in front of you, leave this ring, cause this is Monday Night Rollins. This is my show and I have to prepare for my qualifying match later on tonight. Seth Rollins talked the way that made the situation completely suspicious. And as he says, could this be a massive betrayal? Well, Roman Reigns wants to get past that for now because Seth Rollins has the qualifying match in the main event and he successfully defeats Finn Balor of the Judgment Day to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match to join John Cena, who has declared himself for the match without being qualified. But as he's celebrating his win over the Prince, someone interrupts him. And that is Roman Reigns. He is here again, this time coming after Seth Rollins. He's had enough, and the aggression is popping out of his eyes. This is somehow like he treated CM Punk on SmackDown, and is decimating Seth Rollins here on Raw. Roman has had enough. He clears the announce table, and he wants to use it against Seth Rollins. He powers him up, and Seth is in position, so Roman could slam him hard on the announce table. Seth is done. And Roman Reigns is still furious. Seth tries to get back to his feet, but he gets a spear by the tribal chief to get back down once again. Finally, Roman leaves Seth, and with his anger being witnessed by everyone, we move on to SmackDown. We're in the backstage. Nick Aldis stops Roman Reigns when he arrives, and it seems he has some important news. Could you wait a second, please? I know you're angry, you've been angry for quite some time, but this is not about Seth Rollins, this is not about CM Punk. The thing is, I got you a qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber. It will be next week. I don't want the qualifying match. Are you sure? Yes, Nick, you heard it. I don't want the qualifying match. Do you think I care about Seth Rollins? Definitely not. He got what he deserved on Raw, but I'm not done with Punk yet. I want him. Instead of this qualifying match, give me CM Punk. Roman, this is not as easy as you think. I said, give me Punk. Well, I will try, but... Okay, now the qualifying match is cancelled. Have a nice evening. Roman Reigns leaves, but his wise man was in the general manager's office. Well, Mr. Heyman, I think he shouted that loud that you could hear him. He didn't want the qualifying match. He didn't accept it. Instead, he wanted CM Punk. As I told you, he wants to get his hands on your friend. Thank you, Mr. Aldis. I will handle this myself. What is Paul Heyman trying to do? He was in Nick Aldis' office. And we can guess that the qualifying match was because of Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns didn't want. But Roman has no idea about any of these, but he will be informed about some news later on SmackDown. Because as the tribal chief is in his locker room, Paul Heyman arrives and has some words for his tribal chief. My tribal chief? Oh, welcome, wise man. First telling me you're sick and you can't come to Raw with me, and then arriving here on SmackDown without telling me you're coming? My tribal chief, don't believe a single word that idiot Seth Rollins says. I was sick, and I arrived earlier tonight so I could talk to Nick Aldis about getting an Elimination Chamber qualifying match for you, which I heard from him you don't want. However, as you want CM Punk instead, we're going to Raw this Monday. Wise man, that's okay, but I want you to be 100% honest with me. This thing that Punk wants you to be in his corner at WrestleMania, did you know anything about this? My tribal chief, let's not talk about this right now. We will go to Raw, CM Punk will be there, and we'll talk about everything we need to talk about. So we're now on Raw. Roman Reigns finally arriving with Paul Heyman. He was here last week as well, but it was thought that Paul Heyman was sick and was not able to appear. But was the truth actually that or not? That doesn't matter right now, because now CM Punk and Roman Reigns are confronting one another in the middle of the ring, with Paul Heyman not standing in the corner of neither man. Instead, he stays outside and he wants to watch his tribal chief and his best friend in the world figure this problem out. So here we are, the tribal chief. Welcome to Monday night. I heard you want to fight me, and because of that you didn't accept an Elimination Chamber qualifying match, huh? Honestly, I get it. You've been sitting on the top for this long and you start thinking the rules don't apply to you. But Roman, you and I both know you still owe me a favor, and you've been dodging that all the time. Tonight, I'm here to collect it, because I've already made it clear that what I want. See, Paul Heyman has been there for me through the best and worst of times, and Roman, it burns you inside when you see that picture, me and your wise man walking down the ramp at WrestleMania without you. I know it does, but this is the favor you owe me, and you have to give me what I'm owed. You want Paul Heyman? You think you can take my wise man away from me? You think you can just say the thing and everything gets done, the wise man's gonna come with you, huh? No, it doesn't work like that. The tribal chief doesn't make traits. Paul Heyman stays with me forever. Well, if you want to talk about forever, Roman Reigns, I doubt if there was going to be a forever for you if I didn't save your ass at War Games against your stupid family. You should realize what the hell is going on. We made a deal. You made that deal. You owe me, and you don't get to back out now. But unlike you, as I'm the man who stays with the deal he makes, I'm gonna give you another chance to fight for it. How about this? Elimination Chamber. Just you and me, one-on-one. If I win, Paul Heyman walks with me down the aisle at WrestleMania. If you win, you keep Paul. And the favor is gone, and I'll never ask for another favor again. But the thing that bothers me, Tribal Chief, is that you've been turning down qualifying matches. You've been refusing to step inside the chamber like you're too good for it. But you wouldn't miss a chance to get your hands on me, would you, Roman? That's why I believe this is a great deal to make. Because unlike you, Roman Reigns, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. Are you done? I don't care about the chamber. I don't care about the rules. But I care about shutting you up. You got the match. And when I smash you, when I beat the living hell out of you, I'm gonna own you. And Paul Heyman's never gonna say your name again. Good. Because when I beat you, I'm not just taking Paul Heyman. I'm taking a piece of your legacy. Everyone who watches wrestling knows that I hate Seth Rollins more than anyone else. But if he's right at one thing, it was when he said without Paul Heyman you will be barking around like a big dog again with no one paying attention to what the hell you're doing, Roman Reigns. Cause I'll be taking the man who built you, and he will be walking with me down that ramp at the grandest stage of them all. It is unbelievable, but it just got official. Roman Reigns and CM Punk will battle each other at Elimination Chamber, and whoever wins this match will have the wise man Paul Heyman by his side at WrestleMania. CM Punk believes that this is what he is owed, but Roman Reigns refuses to accept this, and he says that he cannot take his wise man as the favor. As those two men are shouting at each other, Paul Heyman is complaining as he doesn't want this to happen. But Roman Reigns doesn't want this to happen, because as he's leaving the arena later that night, he is being attacked by Seth Rollins, who Roman beat the hell out of last week. And Seth Rollins is now getting his revenge on the parking lot. He's beating Roman Reigns so bad with rapid punches to the face, but then he sees something that he could bring back some memories with. A steel chair, or as Michael Cole calls it, a shield chair, is picked up, and Roman Reigns is getting back to his feet. He's getting in the position for a chair shot to the back, but Roman manages to counter it, and he delivers a right hand to Seth Rollins, and he's now getting the upper hand against the Visionary in the parking lot. Is Roman Reigns going to stand tall just like last week? Well, it is happening because Seth Rollins gets tossed into the door by Roman Reigns. But the next stop is the Elimination Chamber, and the opener of the show is the Men's Elimination Chamber match. Roman Reigns is getting ready for his match in the main event against CM Punk, and Seth Rollins is in his way to make his entrance. But before that, he has some words.
Look who's here. The so-called tribal chief getting ready to fight for... what exactly? Custody of Paul Heyman? Man, you're really stuck in this situation, don't you? Watch your mouth, Seth. Or what? You're gonna do something. You were good hiding behind your family. Now when there's no family, you can do a single thing, Roman Reigns. And because you know you can't do a single thing, you ran away from the Elimination Chamber because you knew you would get your ass beaten by 5 other competitors inside that structure, huh? Now I see you out here getting ready for the match, but you're also crying about who's gonna hold your little hand at WrestleMania. You're pathetic. You're not a tribal chief. I believe you're just a tribal piece of shit. Say it again. Say it again.
Things are getting more heated up every single second. The security team arrives, trying to prevent any chaos. And while Seth Rollins is laughing, he leaves the scene. He makes his way to the ring, and he makes his entrance for the Elimination Chamber match. In this match, 5 other competitors are fighting each other as well, and the winner will get a shot at the title that CM Punk does not choose to challenge for it at WrestleMania. We're now down to 2. It is Seth Rollins and it is John Cena, who will get a world title shot at WrestleMania. They're going back and forth, counter after counter by both of these men, until the point John Cena wants an attitude adjustment, but Seth Rollins successfully calms down, and instead he nails him with a pedigree. But it's not enough, as the 16-time world champion survives. This is his very last chance to get a world title shot at WrestleMania, and that's why he does whatever it takes. He somehow manages to counter the stomp into an attitude adjustment, but it's not enough because Seth Rollins survives, and now John Cena is looking for an STF, but Seth manages to counter it, and he delivers an attitude adjustment of his own. He uses John Cena's own move against him, and he now wants to stomp, but out of nowhere comes Roman Reigns with a spear. This match has no disqualifications, and as the door was open so the eliminated man could leave the structure, Roman Reigns took advantage and entered the structure. But then we see the recovered John Cena that doesn't want to do this way, but he has no other choice. He wants to do things the right way, but as this is his last chance, he locks in the STF. And Seth Rollins has nowhere to go, and after a long fought battle, Seth Rollins finally fades. He passes out, and John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber match. He's going to WrestleMania, and he will challenge for the world title that CM Punk does not choose as his opponent for WrestleMania. But when will he choose? Well, he could have done that a long time ago, but he didn't because of this man, Roman Reigns, who's gonna face Punk, and he waits for his arrival. But instead, a familiar music hits, and it's Seth Rollins who's coming out with the Shield gear. He's doing this damn thing again. He's entering through the crowd with the old Shield style. And when he gets to the place that he wants to sit there and watch the match from there, we hear some words before the match. This feels great. This feels awesome every single time I do this. This is not the first time I'm doing this. This is not the second time. I've done this many times, Roman Reigns. And the fun fact is, it always forces you to fall in my trap. Because I know you have some good memories with this team, don't you? And you want to screw things up for me, cost me my title match at WrestleMania. I just want to come out here to sit and watch your match. Unlike you, who interfered in my match. No, I'm not gonna do anything because I've already done what I wanted to do. So Roman Reigns, enjoy your night, because this may be the last night you officially have your wise man by your side. And you can believe that. CM Punk arrives as well, and it's now time for the main event of the show. This match is not only to decide who will Paul Heyman be in the corner of for WrestleMania. This match is also a dream match that the fans have been waiting for since CM Punk returned to WWE. And they're trying everything they can to win this match, but at some point where Roman Reigns delivers the apron dropkick to CM Punk, he confronts Seth Rollins, but he has had enough. This Shield stuff is his weak point, and he has had enough of it. Seth Rollins has been doing this for so long. And as he said, Roman Reigns gets affected by it every single time. So Roman Reigns, with Seth Rollins, goes on the top of the announce table as he wants to put Seth through it with the Uranagi to take down the Visionary. He got rid of the distraction, so he returns to the ring, but CM Punk has recovered, and he picks him up for a go to sleep, and Punk successfully nails it. But it's not enough. Roman Reigns survives and kicks out of this, but Punk doesn't want to waste any more time as he locks the Anaconda Vise immediately. The Anaconda Vise is cinched in, and it wants to force Roman Reigns to tap out. He wants to force him to give up, but Roman Reigns is not going to give up. He somehow manages to find a way by delivering a couple of knees to the back of CM Punk, and after he got back to his feet, he delivers a Uranagi to the best in the world. In the corner he goes, and he's now in position, so Roman Reigns gets fired up. He goes to the ropes and comes after him with the Superman punch. He ducks underneath and nails him with a massive rib-breaking spear, and he wants another one to finish things off. But Punk somehow, someway, lifts him up for another GTS, but this time both men are down, and as Punk tries to get back to his feet, he gets stomped down to the mat by the recovered Seth Rollins. He comes after Roman Reigns, and this interference is because of Roman Reigns, but as he doesn't like Punk either, he delivered a stomp to him for good measure. But Seth's main target is Roman Reigns, who rolls out, but Rollins wants to get revenge, just like Roman did to him on Raw. He picks up the steel steps, trying to take him down, but Roman is ready for him. And at ringside, he locks him in the guillotine. Seth Rollins is locked in the guillotine at ringside, and Roman Reigns has the submission locked in a painful way. But Seth somehow finds a way out of it, and they continue brawling each other by punching each other in the face. They leave fighting each other through the crowd. But don't forget, CM Punk is still in the ring, and he gets back to his feet, and we hear something that he likes.
As a result of a disqualification, the winner of the match is CM Punk.
After a tough night with two of the worst people I've ever known in my entire life, that's good to hear. Because now, I have the wise man that I was supposed to have because I was owed a favor for my match in the main event of WrestleMania 41. But as a matter of fact, it is already too late for me to announce who I'm going to face at WrestleMania, so I'm not going to waste any more time. This Monday on Raw, we will sign the contract of the championship match in the main event of WrestleMania 41. Cody Rhodes, show up on Raw this Monday, because we will sign the contract. See you at WrestleMania, the American Nightmare. CM Punk has made his choice. He has chosen Cody Rhodes for his opponent at WrestleMania. And as we move to the next Monday on Raw, CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner is signing the contract with Cody Rhodes.
You know, Cody, I respect you. I really do. You've done what very few could. You've carried this championship with pride, you've finished your story, and you've done it all, while taking the so-called good guy path. But here's the thing, man. Holding that title changes people. Holding it this long, it wears you down. The weight gets heavier every single day. The pressure gets worse, and one day, you wake up and you realize maybe being the good guy isn't just enough anymore. I've seen it happen. I've lived it. I was the voice of the voiceless, the hero of the people, until I wasn't. You can say all the right things, wear all these expensive suits, shake all the hands, but sooner or later, the cracks start to show. I choose you at WrestleMania because I see something in you, Cody. I see someone who's dangerously close to falling off the edge. And I'm not coming to take your title. I'm coming to save you from becoming everything you swore you wouldn't. I've heard that story before. And no offense, but I'm not you. I'm not gonna break. I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna fall off the edge like you say. This title isn't gonna change me. It's already made me stronger. At WrestleMania, you won't be saving me from anything. I'm not standing across the ring from a savior. I'm standing across from a challenge. And everyone knows that I finish challenges. Both men are signing the contract until the lights suddenly go out. Well, well, well. If it isn't the American Nightmare himself. Cody Rhodes. I've been watching you. I've been thinking about you ever since WrestleMania 40. Because you've changed a lot. Man, when we both were at Raw's debut on Netflix, I saw that in you. You're so talented. You have the potential of being the face of this company. I realized you're not just some kid chasing his daddy's dream anymore. You've proven you belong on the biggest stage, Cody Rhodes. But here's the thing. I see your heart, Cody. I see your fire in The Rock. I don't want your title. I don't want your story. I want your soul. I want you to accept my offer, Cody. I want you to understand that I can take you somewhere you've never been, to a level you can't even imagine. I want you to step out of your father's shadow. Just think about it. This isn't over. When you beat my cousin at WrestleMania 40, you didn't finish your story. You started a new one. Think about it. The Rock is getting involved in this business, and as CM Punk is telling Cody Rhodes, the weight gets heavier every single day. But this is only the beginning of a new path that could potentially have Cody Rhodes selling out to The Rock. But will he accept this offer or not? That's a whole different story.